This is Nick with Logos by Nick.com, and in today's tutorial I'll be demonstrating how you can use Inkscape to create these vectorized ink style rings. So I'll go ahead and get started here in Inkscape. The first thing I want to do is just set up our documents so that we're all working with a similar view. I'm going to go to File and Document Properties. I'm going to set the display units to pixels, and I'm going to turn off the visibility of the page border and then close out of that. Then we want to go to View. We want Custom Selected, zoom in at 1:1. And then we'll open up the Align and Distribute menu with this button right here. And then we'll open up the Edit Objects, Colors, Gradients, and Stroke menu with that button there. So what I'm going to do now is, in order for this to work, I'm going to have to import an image of like a splatter. And I'll have this linked in the description of the video. So go ahead and download this image and then just click and drag it into Inkscape like that. It's going to ask if you want to embed it or link it. Just choose Embed. Go ahead and click OK. And we're going to have this splatter image here. So what I'm going to do now is zoom out. I'm just going to hold Control on the mouse. I'm going to hold Control and roll down on the mouse wheel to zoom out a little bit. And you'll see we have this splatter image. And this is a flattened rasterized image. I want to create a vector tracing of this. So to do that, I'm going to go to Path and choose Trace Bitmap. And up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose Color Quantization. And I'm going to drop the colors down to 2. And I'm going to click Update. I'm going to click the Update menu right here, button, and it's going to show you in this window a preview of what it looks like. And that's the look we're going for right there. We want an all-white background with a black subject. If you get the opposite of that, just go ahead and click the Invert Image and go ahead and click Update, and it'll show you an inverted copy of that. So I'm going to revert that back to how it was because that's what I wanted. I'll go ahead and click OK. Give it a minute or two. It may take a while depending on your computer. Once that's done, we can just close out of that, and we now have a vector copy of that splash graphic there, and you could actually see you could change the color any way you want. So that's an actual vector right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to click on it again to get the rotation handles while using the select tool, of course. And I'm just going to rotate this around using this top right corner arrow. I'm just going to rotate that around clockwise until it's sitting flat like that. So it's almost horizontal. And what I'll do is I'll click on it again to get back to the scaling handles. And I'm going to take this bottom arrow and just bring that up like that. And I'll take this right arrow and bring that out like that. And you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to stretch this out. And what we have right there, that's pretty good. But I just want to get rid of some of these little pieces that are hanging off the end because that's going to get in our way. So I'm going to grab the eraser tool, which is right here. The keyboard shortcut is Shift and E. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase those little ends right there. I'm going to erase some more of those. Maybe this right here and that right there. Maybe a little more. Okay, and that's about what we're going for right there. Once we have that, I'm going to go back to the Select tool. Once we have that, I'm going to right click on this and go to Copy. And what I'll do now is I'm going to come over to the Draw Freehand Lines tool, which is right here. The keyboard shortcut is F6. And up here in the toolbar where it says Mode, we're going to want this button selected that says Create Spiral Path. And we want the smoothing all the way up to 100. And where it says Shape, we want to choose From Clipboard. And once we've done that, I'm basically just going to take this tool and just draw a big circle like that. Don't worry about it being a perfect circle. It'll correct itself. Something like that. And it's going to create a circle out of, it's going to take that object and stretch it out along the path that we just drew, which is a circle. So let me zoom out a little more. Again, just holding Control and rolling down the mouse wheel to zoom out. What I need to do now is make this a little thicker so that we can see it better. I'm going to grab the Select tool actually and just move this out of the way. To move the page around like I'm doing, you just press down the mouse wheel and move the mouse. What I'll do now is I'll go to the Edit Paths by Nodes tool. And I'm going to take this little, you're going to see two little nodes up here, the square node and the circle node. I'm going to take the circle and just pull it out. And you'll notice it changes the thickness of the object. And you can make it as thin or as thick as you'd like. I'm going to go with the thickness like that. And once I have that set where I like it, I'll go back to the Select tool and I'll go to Path, Object to Path in order to finalize it. And let me hold Control and Shift and scale it down. And as you can see, we have finished. We have created our ink ring, and you can now change the color of this to whatever you'd like or use it however you would like to use it. So that's how you can go about creating these vector grunge style rings using Inkscape. So if you have any questions, let me know, and as always, thanks for watching.